Good morning, League fans. Coming to you today from Warrington. I'm off to my first match of the year that we'll be calling here on rugbyleague.com, which is a pre-season game between the Wolves and Widnes, the beginning of the road to Las Vegas for Sam Burgess's men. And yesterday there was a media day. You're on rugbyleague.com. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. It's rugbyleague.com spelled out. On Facebook, it's /rugbyleague.com. And on Twitter, it is rugbyleague.com. And if you are listening on the podcast, please be aware that this show first appears on the radio. And the radio station is, I've already said it 4 times, rugbyleague.com. Just go to that URL, click on the player, and you'll get to hear 24 hours a day rugby league talk and music. So, today we've got some Warrington Wolves players coming up. Luke Yates is one of them. New signing Dan Russell, who's playing tonight. He is another. Roderick Ty is another player you'll be hearing from. Sam Burgess had an all-in media conference thing yesterday. That's when everyone sits around a table as opposed to a one-on-one. And he said a lot of newsworthy things. When I go through the birthdays a bit later, I'm going to start with myself. It's my birthday today, and that is relevant, aside from a bit of self-promotion, because I went out to dinner for my birthday last night with friends here in Warrington, and therefore I wasn't able to kind of pump out a lot of stuff from the media conference. So I kind of woke up this morning and tried to figure out what audio from Sam Burgess I should put in this program, and the best way to do it is to put the audio of the stories and angles that have already been reported by my colleagues. So I'm just going to do that, really. The things that Sam Burgess said that have already been highlighted, I believe there was equally strong angles that haven't been. The lack of consultation on the new disciplinary system, the new judiciary in this part of the world, which is they've gone to a point system. But it just kind of dribbled out. There was no announcement made. So that's a journalist's point of view. And then from a coach's point of view, he says they don't understand it yet and they're playing tonight. So we're going to listen to Sam Burgess talk about that. And also he made some comments about Salford. And Salford have been ordered to sell players off because of financial problems. And in fact, a lower division team in Keighley is actually helping them travel to the pre-season match between them. Because there's a perception they can't even afford to travel to an away game in the pre-season. So pretty dire times there. Let's go through some of the other birthdays today, or less significant than me, of course. Okay. John Schuster, former All Black, played for the Knights, played for Halifax, 61 today. Anthony Farrell, England, Wales, Huddersfield, Sheffield, Leeds, Widnes and Halifax, 56 today. Gareth Keir is 49 today. The great para coach Jason Riles, and I always say fellow Port Kembla High School alumni, he is 46. Who else we got here? Lee Mossop, the forward, English forward, he's 36 today. Still a wee lad, he is at 36. Let's have a look. Anyone else? Jonah Pezzett, the young player who represented Melbourne and Brisbane. He is 22. Okay, so you're going to hear from a bunch of Warrington players after this break. But before we, let's first listen to Sam Burgess talk about the new disciplinary system in place in Super League and express his frustration at the lack of consultation.
I was sent that this morning, so no. It's the truth. I'm just telling you the truth. That I was told about it this morning. Well, we're 3 weeks out from the season. I was told about it this morning, so there's a lot of frustrating stuff, right? I think the system looks alright from the part that I've read. I don't agree with nothing should carry over. If it's a new system, nothing should carry over. No. How's that work? We've already paid the price. All the players have paid the price for the past indiscretions. Let's move on. We've got a new system starting now.
Do you know what players of yours are?
Yeah, I think it's just Paul Vaughan. We might have a couple actually. Paul Vaughan knows. I read it before I was told about it in the press. So there's a lot, probably like most head coaches. Yeah, I got in touch with the league middle of December to see if they come out and give us the new legislation, new rules. You know, which Paul Cullen did with us last year. It's very informative. It's good. Well, he said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't." So then I wasn't ready for it. So and now a month later, or a bit longer, still not had anyone out to explain what's going on and show my players what the sanctions might be. We're playing a game in 24 hours, and I don't know what they're going to do if they want to sanction one of my players tomorrow, because I won't accept it. I'd expect, what do you want to do? It's tough, isn't it?
You've broken the rules that don't exist.
Yeah, well, no, we're all playing the same rules, but I mean, if they're changing the system, we've not been explained to us.
Like a ref coming out to show you the interpretation, is that what you mean?
No, Jack Smith came out and did a presentation, and he was very good with young Tara. They came out in December and just had a look at a bit of the way they're going to ref and what they're looking at and stuff, which is good. That was good. That was helpful. But we're talking about the judiciary stuff and the new system. Just needs to be, just needs a bit more organisation.
Okay, as promised, we're at the Warrington Media Day, early start. Early bird catches the worm, and the worm happens to be Matt Dufty. Matt, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Now, Vegas. I'm asking everybody about Vegas. The fans are super excited about it. You guys have got 2 games to play, and you've got some pre-season games as well. So can you afford to think about it too much?
Yeah, obviously it's a big fixture and it's early in our season as well. But we've got 2 round games before then, and we've got a few testimonials and a few games for a few of the lads. So we actually go to Spain for a training camp next week. So we've got that to look forward to. But yeah, Vegas is on everyone's mind.
You home for Christmas, and everyone back there talking about it?
Yeah, I went home for 8 weeks. Got a nice little break there. I went back for a sister's wedding, and my whole family's excited. All my mates are excited too. I don't know if anyone's coming out, but it's definitely buzzing around.
Now, what about for you? Obviously, it's going to be a massive stage, isn't it? Be the home of the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl was there the other year. So I mean, do you sort of put more emphasis on it than just a regular season game for yourself personally, or is it just 2 points?
Yeah, obviously 2 points would be nice, but we're playing Wigan, which is a massive rival over here, and I think it's good to get on the stage with back with the NRL teams. I think it'll be good for the game over here for people to see not just the NRL, but to see 2 of the best clubs go at it in front of a lot of people. So I think for the game and the sport in general in England, I think it's going to be huge.
Do you think when you were back that the profile of Super League has risen at all because every game's on TV?
Yeah, I think it's definitely it's expanded the exposure of the sport over here, and I think not every football game's on TV over here. So when there's nothing else to watch, I think having Super League there is a great option. And I think the quality of the competition's only going up and up each year, so it's exciting.
It's been a great move for you, hasn't it? Is it a permanent move? Do you see yourself playing out your career here, or what are your plans? Yeah,
I'm not sure. I just signed another 2-year deal, but obviously me and Sammy Burgess are getting on really well, and the future's a long way away at the moment, but I'm just trying to focus on each year as it comes. And Sammy's been massive for me in terms of the style of footy I'm playing, the consistency I'm playing at. So we'll wait and see, but looking forward to this year.
And just with the NRL inviting Warrington and Wigan at Chris Radlinski's suggestion to go to Las Vegas, would you like to see the NRL get more involved in the game in this part of the world?
Yeah, definitely. I think I think the sport over here and the teams over here have got a lot to offer. You've seen that with the World Club Challenge the last few years. I think Penrith had a tough couple of games there. Obviously, they're the best team in the world. So I think given the opportunity, I think the teams over here would have a lot to prove. And obviously, it's going to be big for us playing in Vegas against Wigan, who are the reigning champs. So it'll be good.
We're back at Warrington Wolves Media Day. We're at the University of Chester, and for some reason it's colder inside than outside. I've got Luke Yates here. Can you explain why that's the case?
Mate, we've been trying to work this out. Obviously, we had a week of snow last week, so we're in here for 4 days on the pitch in here, and it's Baltic, and it doesn't make any sense. Inconclusive on that. How
are you? I mean, you've moved around the comp a bit. You're down in London, like where I live. You found a home here now. Have you moved houses as many times as you moved clubs, or you've been commuting a bit? Or?
Moved London to Salford. Salford. I moved again. Stayed in Manchester though when I moved to Huddersfield. Lived in Manchester when I was at Huddersfield, and then we bought a place together in Saddleworth. So yeah, moved a bit, but staying in Saddleworth to travel over here. So there's a crew of us that travel together, which is nice.
Now you'll be doing a big trip in a few weeks, Las Vegas. Do you have you been thinking about that much?
I hadn't to be honest. We went to New York over the off season with the missus, and because I don't know, I've never been too appealed on the US, but it was unbelievable. Best place I've been, I think, the States, or New York. Obviously, it's going to be very different in Las Vegas, but seeing obviously the NFL games going on there at the minute makes it a lot more exciting. Just seeing stuff on there at the stadium we're going to play. It's pretty buzzy.
Now, obviously, a lot of people will be watching who maybe don't watch you every week, people from back in Oz. So does it feel like you're halfway home, but in terms of the audience, you're all the way home because everyone's going to be watching, aren't they?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about that too much, to be honest. My mum and dad watch me. They get up in the middle of the night and watch me every time I play. So they're the ones that matter. But yeah, obviously it's going to be a massive audience. From the UK. Australia, New Zealand, and then whenever if they tune in over in the States, I guess. So yeah, it's going to be a massive production, and I'm really looking forward to it.
For people in Oz who maybe don't get it, what's the rivalry for Wigan and Warrington like?
It's pretty massive, to be honest. I think they've obviously been winning everything for the last couple of years, so everyone's, I think, trying to bite at the heels and get one up on them, and we're the same. Yeah, we had a good. When I come to Warrington back in the year, we got the win over them over at their place, so that sort of just adds fuel to the fire, and we're sort of gutted we didn't get the opportunity to play them in a grand final.
You've built your career over here, really, haven't you, as a professional? How is your experience different, and how do you differ from guys who maybe started off in the NRL and got recruited by Super League clubs? I mean, you've worked your way up. Is it a different perspective a little bit, or how do you find what sort of things do you talk about to each other?
I don't know. I think I was quite lucky in that I went to London initially, and they didn't have too many Aussies there, so you sort of have to embrace the English lads and English culture and sort of immerse yourself. So yeah, like I said, I've got into my 7th season over here now, so I don't know, I just take people for people now. It's not like English and Aussie or Kiwis or whatever, so it's I'm definitely immersed in it, and it's I just sort of give the Aussie lads that are coming over a bit of a warning, what things to expect and look out for.
Yeah. And I was going to, as far as London is concerned too, I mean, you probably got a soft spot for them, and they have survived the off season. There was probably some doubts at times, so I guess you kind of wish them well.
Yeah, definitely. I had a great year down there. Obviously, we did get relegated, but it was just a great introduction to the UK. My brother and my best mate were living in London at the time, so I lived with them, and I just had a great experience down there in London, and obviously a very tight-knit team, because not many people come through London and play for London, so everyone's having to move, so whether from up north here or from Australia or whatever, so it was a very tight group, and I really treasured my time there.
One thing that's in the news at the moment is the Super League teams coming into the Challenge Cup so early in round 3, and Jake Connor said it was a bit dangerous and stuff, and other people are really pumped about it. You've kind of been on both sides of that. What do you think? Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah, so obviously if it's going to help the champ teams or lower teams get some cash in, I'm all for it, and it broadens out the game, and it probably brings more spectators. I think we're tossed up between Swinton and Whitehaven, which would be a great experience. But I went up and played against Barrow. We drew Barrow when I was at Huddersfield in 2022, and that was a hard game, really hard game. So I don't think it's we're in no position to go and take a light team up there. So whoever we get, we're happy with, and we'll go from there.
We're back. We're back at Warrington Wolves Media Day, and I've got a new arrival, Dan Russell, the PNG international former Dragons player. I'll start by asking you, because if you haven't been here that often, I guess you've been here with the Kumbals maybe, but what surprised you? What surprised you in your first about living in England generally, about English footy, the scene, the fellas? What surprised you?
The snow last week did. No, I suppose having a bit of experience over here with the PNG, mate, I kind of knew I was in for, so nothing has been real new. But yeah, I fit in really well, and I'm looking forward to getting a hit out tomorrow night.
How has how did this work out? How did you come to sign with Warrington?
Obviously it was always a plan to try and come over here in my career, and it just happened a bit sooner than rather than later, I suppose, and had an opportunity here, and with how they went last year, and with coach and staff and with Sam, mate, so it was a pretty easy decision to come over, and I'm looking forward to it.
Have you got some sort of background with Sam, or was it more he just took interest in you as coach of Warrington?
Interest at time, mate. His first year coaching last year and the success, and obviously watch him as a player. It's the first time I've had a coach where I've actually got to see play regularly. So, we all know what player he was, and I can't wait to play for him and play for the new team.
All the other coaches are a bit old for you, and no longer sooner do you get here, but you're on the plane to Las Vegas. What's that going to be like?
Yeah, that'll be here before we know it. But I couldn't believe when he mentioned that we're going to Las Vegas. So looking forward to that, obviously, and Wigan with a great side, so it's going to be a tough contest, but that's going to be a hell of an experience I'm looking forward to.
Did you find out about Warrington going to Vegas before the rest of us, or was it in the public arena? Or?
No, I knew there was a Super League team going, but before I came here I had no idea, to be honest, so once I found out, that was pretty exciting, so like I said, it's going to be a hell of an experience, and we're all looking forward to that.
Are you got any? Have you been to America before? You've been to Vegas before?
Nah, never been, mate. So that's going to be like another experience, and you always hear about it, and now I'm a bit old, it might be a bit different, but no, looking forward to that experience.
Any family going to go and watch you there?
The family definitely come. So quite a few will come over, mate, for that experience. It's an experience you're not going to have, ever again, I suppose. So they wouldn't want to miss that. So there'll be a few family there, so looking forward to it.
Is there any feeling you're playing tomorrow night? Is there any feeling that you've got a point to prove? You want to, prove you earn your seat on the plane? I know you're probably on the plane anyway. But how do you feel? Do you feel you got something to prove tomorrow?
Oh, you always want to play well. I'm putting on a new jersey now, and a lot of players I haven't played with, and I want to play well to earn their respect. You know what I mean? So I got a lot to play for myself, and to start the year well, and I'll be going out 100 miles an hour. So I'm looking forward to it.
Can I ask you this? Because Justin Olam said that he's to put it lightly, he's got some reservations about PNG coming into the NRL. They're in. What are your thoughts?
Oh well, the country. Everyone knows the country of PNG, and not only it's going to help the fans and the code, but it's going to help the country. That's a number one sport, and it's going to bring that country together, which is what they need, and they deserve it. I've been playing for the Kumbals since 2018 now, and the support you get, and it's just going to help the country, and it's what they need, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Obviously, Justin's he's a serious guy, I guess, and he probably knows about the structures there and the pathways better than most other people do. So I suppose you can understand his concerns from just a footy point of view.
Oh, he'd bloke to know the best. That's right, and I know they're working hard on those pathways and stuff, and it's going to take time, but still a couple of years away yet, and I love Juzzy Olam, and he's a man that knows everything, and he's a champion, and and I earn his respect of what he has to say, and but they're definitely working on that, and I'm sure it'll be in a better stead for a couple of years' time.
And what are your ambitions here in England, mate? What do you? Obviously, everyone wants to lift trophies. Would you like to? You like to put down roots here, or do you want to? How long do you want to stay?
Oh well, I've signed obviously 2 years, and the success they had last year, and like I said, we want to win comps, and I can see that with this club and the players and the staff. So year at a time, but I'm no plan of going anywhere, and I'm loving the club at the moment, and I'm happy to stay as long as I can. But year at a time for now, and looking forward to this year.
Welcome back to the Warrington Wolves freezing you might be used to it now. I've got Roderick Ty here from the Warrington Wolves. Roderick, how do you deal with these English winters?
It has been tough for me last year, but I reckon I've gotten used to it now. So yeah, it's it gets a bit dull and pretty much boring at times, the weather and everything. But yeah, it's sort of normal to me now. So it's good.
Yeah, as long as you've got the internet and the TV and heater, you're okay. Now, I told you I want to talk to you about Las Vegas. Have you been to America before? You've been to Las Vegas?
No, I've never been to America or any other countries apart from here and Australia. So, so yeah, it's exciting.
What are you expecting?
To be honest, I haven't thought about it much, but yeah, I just watched a lot of movies and stuff, and it's America, so big cities and everything like that. But yeah.
What do the boys talk about it much yet, or are they more focused on the pre-season rounds 1 and 2? You know.
Yeah, not really. It's just the media that's doing all the talking, but here it's just the pre-season and let's try to get better each and every day and that. But yeah, we haven't focused to talk much on it yet.
Sorry.
No.
Things have been great here for you, haven't they? You've built a career here, haven't you? You know.
It's been really eye-opening year for me last year, and just looking to continue what I'm doing and get better this year. So yeah, just working on that.
I mean, the fact that you came to England instead of trying your luck in Australia, was that just luck, or was it your ambition? Did you want to come here first, or how did that work out?
Not really. So I was playing Q Cup, and then I didn't. I got no plans of coming here or anything. I was doing a train-on trial with the Dolphins at that time. So yeah, I got no plans of coming here. But then I heard from my coach back in the Q Cup that I think Sam contacted him or something like that, and said they wanted me over. And then Sam's a big name in rugby leagues, so back in PNG Australia. So when I heard him, I just thought that I have to go play for him. Yeah.
Your man Dan Russell said the same thing. He said he's the only coach going around who I played against, because all the current players have got so much respect for Sam, haven't they? Yeah. And these are exciting times for PNG Rugby League, aren't they?
Oh yeah, definitely, with the new bid being successful and that. Yeah, it's really good for the game back home. It's time. I think PNG deserved it, because they've been a die-hard rugby nation, and little boys growing up, they don't have a proper football system. So with that NRL coming in now, they're going to develop the rugby league from school level upwards, and there's going to be a system and a flow to the main league. So that's good.
Yeah, because I was saying to Dan, Justin Olam, he was concerned that PNG wasn't ready yet because the grassroots weren't there. He said that during the World Cup. He said it again last year. What do you think? Obviously, his concerns are real pure a football concern, aren't they?
Yeah. No, he's right too. But I think the big thing is that we have a team now. So maybe take another 2 years or any time like that to start building. I think they're starting to do the work now. So then once players come through, it'll take them about 3 years to reach the elite level or something like that. So yeah, but really it's good for the game back in PNG. Yeah.
I guess 2028 is that a bit too long for you to wait to play for them, or?
I haven't given much thought about that, but yeah, it's a privilege.
How old will you be in 2028?
I'll be. That's 3 years from now, is it? So 29. Yeah.
Oh, still.
I'll be 29. Yeah. But it's a good privilege for young lads in PNG. So I've seen most of the lads that played and retired, like David Mead and them. They were saying all sorts of. They were saying good stuff, saying it's good privilege. They wished they were 15-year-old or something like that. That work towards that, towards making that team. So hope young lads in PNG see that and said that there's a goal for them to work towards and then make the team.
When you're 28, what hemisphere do you think you'll be playing in? north or south?
It's a hard question, but at the moment I like it here, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay.
Not sure yet.
The club will like that answer. It's a good answer. It's a good answer.